Kevin and Mike are here to give you great news.
Nice. We are back with another episode of Great News with Kevin and Mike.
Oh my God, so amazing.
Should we start with the intro this time?
Yes, I'm
All
gonna.
right.
You know what? For you, at your request, the last episode, I'm gonna go with
Let's
reggae.
go jazz.
Jazz?
What?
Reggae? Jazz.
Oh, I said
Jazz?
reggae
I'll do
last
jazz.
time. I said reggae last time.
Okay. Put it bye-bye. It's the intro. It's the intro. Say hello to the happy, goodbye to the blues. Kevin and Mike, they give you all the blood clot, bye.
Great news. You got to say great news at the end.
It's great news.
Thank you.
Kill Whitey.
This is a podcast that only focuses on positive stories because if you watch TV news, any channel, doesn't matter. Negative, repeat.
Even sports now.
Yes.
It's like
Yes, exactly.
all hatred. Yeah.
So these are all positive stories. I do want to do one thing before we start, and that's I was looking for something else on my Instagram feed. I was going back.
Sure.
And I found two pictures of you.
Uh-oh.
Mike and I have been friends for about 20 years.
Yeah.
I found two pictures of Mike. Let's put up Supergirl first, if you don't mind.
Yeah.
That's Mike, and he's in a Supergirl outfit along with a skirt. Yes, good.
Yeah.
And yes, he is smelling his fingers. That's happening.
I was playing with Supergirl's magic trench, and I wanted to see how that went.
By yourself?
There's a background story to this, though. There is some. We were at Comic-Con.
We were at Comic-Con.
And there was, this year at Comic-Con, there was a huge presence of the God Hates
Yes.
rhymes with
The
bags.
the
people.
F word, yeah.
They were there because it was, Comic-Con's all about worshiping false idols, and there was a lot of, in their opinion, too much homosexual stuff. So I said, oh, that's what you have a problem with. I went in and dressed in this, and I believe there was video of me humping a man who had a sign that said Jesus will repent for your souls or something. And so it was kind of my social statement.
Right, sure.
Yeah.
But
I didn't just want to.
that doesn't explain the smelling of the fingers.
That's explained by me being a terrible, gross person.
Okay. Speaking of that, here's the other picture I found on my Instagram.
All right. Oh, yeah.
Are you a break dancer? Are you spinning? What's that? How do you explain laying on your back holding both legs up in the air?
We were with some friends from K-Rock, and I was explaining to them how I completely alienated and destroyed my friendship, what could have been a real friendship with Sports Illustrated swimsuit model Marissa Miller.
You did this in front of her?
She came in on Loveline, and at the time, all I did was talk about Marissa Miller.
Yeah, right.
And I'm like, she's not even like, I don't, nothing against them. I mean, I'm not kicking them out of bed, but I'm not like into blondes. I like ethnic looking girls, brunettes and stuff, black chicks, all that. But Marissa Miller's like this typical California blonde girl, but something about I found her so super attractive.
Right.
So
this happened?
Somehow, some way, Marissa Miller gets booked on Loveline.
Right.
She's coming in. Dr. Drew's like warning her. He's like, just if you feel uncomfortable with this man, leave.
Oh,
And
nice.
she comes in with her husband. He immediately takes a liking to me, wants to be my bro. He was the nicest guy ever. His wife, Marissa Miller, really liked me, and we started to get along. She actually started like referencing how we should hang out off the air. I'm like, this is amazing. This is awesome, right? And then
I still can't imagine how that story got to this picture.
Well, towards the end of the night, even though things were going well, Dr. Drew's literally complimenting me on how I've been a good gentleman. And I decided to let it slip that I've been working on filleting myself. And that if I had a larger genital region, that I could totally succeed. And
hey, welcome to Great News, everybody.
Marissa Miller was kind of like, Her husband goes, no way, let me see. So I got down on my back and I did my patented self-filleting
Is it
move.
patented?
I haven't seen really anybody else do it in public. And I did it for her, and that was the end of what could have been a great friendship for myself and Marissa Miller and her husband. And everyone was curious to see my patented move.
Your technique.
And
And that's it?
Yeah.
All right. Let's get into some great news after that story.
Let's get into some uplifting stuff.
Did you ever go grocery shopping with your kid when she was 5-6 months old?
Yeah. Stroller,
It's craziness though, right?
Yeah, because, listen, the thing about kids that young is that you don't really have much of a relationship because they don't talk. You're moment to moment just trying to keep them alive.
They're in charge.
Yes,
though,
because
too.
they have no concept of like what's dangerous, and they're always going. So your job is to corral them and keep them alive.
Right.
Yeah.
Which is a lot of work. And this story comes out of Hawaii. Chloe Marino is her name. She was shopping with her 5.5 month old kid, and she understandably left her wallet at the grocery store.
Okay.
Watch this video.
Here we are at Car-Mart. Ina is now trading in his bicycle for a car. And we'll be driving home today to start 2021 with a...
Okay, hold up. This is important. I forgot to tell you, he had a bike, only a bike.
The security guard.
Yes.
Okay.
He found the wallet, rode the bike all the way to the person's house and dropped it off. And then they did a GoFundMe, and they ended up... This year, he got to start with a car.
Returned wallet.
Yes.
Received car.
Yes.
That's what I'm talking about.
Here's some more of the video.
brand new car for doing nothing more than just showing a little aloha and making sure our family was okay before Christmas. A couple weeks ago, my wife was shopping and forgot her wallet inside of a shopping cart.
I was shopping with my son Cooper, who's almost 6 months old. Went to the car, loaded the groceries, left my wallet in the cart.
And unbeknownst to her, she lost it and didn't even know where it was. Later on that night, I was with my wife and we had a knock on the door, and it was Ina, the security guard. He was there on his bike with her wallet.
And I figured, I'm getting off work soon, so I might as well just give it to them because, save them the hassle.
And I'll never forget, he goes, "It's Christmas time. I've lost my wallet before. I didn't want anybody to be without it."
You just do what's right. That's the main thing.
Sort of in shock and in amazement, I look at the wallet. Everything is in there. Nothing's touched.
He didn't even know that we had a trip planned, so we were leaving for the airport the next day. So I had my ID in there, essential stuff that you need to travel. Especially with the holidays, my credit cards to put gifts on and everything. It was just a true blessing.
I was just blown away by this act. So all I did was made a simple post on Facebook as an aloha moment.
And it got a lot of attention, and then his buddy Greg decided to start the GoFundMe, and everything just kind of took its own course.
I couldn't imagine going that far out of my way to do something for somebody I don't even know, so I just thought it was such a big deal. And being this time of year and everything going on, there's so much negativity going on. I felt like that person really did something positive, totally selfless, and that should be rewarded.
It means so much to me. It will not be forgotten. After I collect my car, I have to head to work. I'm always a busy man and still going hard. Never giving up. That's the main thing.
They don't mention that it's 3 miles uphill, riding his bike 3 miles uphill.
Hawaii hills, too.
And I will tell you this, I live in Los Angeles, and I've lost my wallet twice, and both times it was returned to me without anything touched, including the cash in it. Once was at a McDonald's,
Yeah.
and once was at a Gelson's store, a grocery store.
Right.
And both times, somebody picked it up, took it to the manager or whatever, and returned the wallet, which, of course, they don't have to do.
But people are good.
People are good.
People
That's
are
the
good.
point.
And like a nice little bow on this present of a story, Chloe, super hot. Chloe Marino, attractive woman.
I was going to ask if you thought if she was ugly, does that guy ride 3 miles uphill?
I think he does. I think
he does
choose
too.
to be optimistic, but you're definitely more apt to do it.
It's unfortunate, but we're guys.
Yeah, it's true. It's terribly true. I have another great news story for you, Kevin. Special needs individuals obviously can provide a lot of inspiration and provide a lot of perspective on life for everyone. When there is a child with special needs, it really amplifies everything. It really makes you rethink the stuff that you make a big deal out of and the stuff that you don't.
It must make you just feel stupid. It just makes you feel stupid because you're so worried about whatever.
Right. And especially you parents out there, when you see a child with some level of special needs, you wonder, like, man, I get so frustrated over my parenting jobs, the level of patience and frustration they probably had to deal with and get through. It's really moving, and I've always had a special place in my heart for especially children and children athletes who have to deal with special needs. And that's why this story, I think, was so beautiful to me. Middle school basketball game, and there is a young student there who is on one of the basketball teams who is afflicted with some form of developmental disability. And here's a video to show what not only his team, but the opposing team decided to do for him.
You're going to like this one. 14-year-old Landon Hayes, well, he loves basketball. He has some special needs, so he helps manage his middle school team in Missouri. And every now and then he takes part in practice. But in one recent game, players from both teams agreed to a real cool move. After Landon, number 44, came in as a sub, they made sure he wasn't leaving until he scored.
He's still shooting at this moment. Wow.
There you go, Landon. There you go. The crowd gave Landon a big round of applause. His mom says he will always believe in the magic of that particular moment.
Sports does.
The basket is only part of it. It's the friends helping him get there. That's the beauty.
Yeah, it is. Honestly, it was, to me, the most beautiful part is, it's great that he scored a basket. That, it's all fine and dandy. But to see the crowd, his team, the opposing team's bench, everybody cheering.
The opposing team got half of those rebounds and passed it back to him.
That's a beautiful story, in my opinion.
I run a charity. I help run a charity for abused women and children. And we ask for donations from time to time. It's called Friends and Helpers. And a lot of people want their name mentioned.
Yeah.
Which I'm 100% fine with. If you're going to donate, you want your name mentioned? Great. Good for you. Occasionally, someone will come through and donate, and they'll say, doesn't matter. Don't use my name. Don't worry about it. And they do it anonymously. Mm-hmm. And that, I think, is, I don't want to say a step above, because every donation is fine, but it's just more selfless.
It is a step above. And I don't think you're in any way detracting from...
that's what I'm not trying to do.
Donations that come with people getting publicity for it. I think that obviously is a beautiful thing, and I encourage people to do it. But for someone to do any type of active service and not want to get any credit for it, in my opinion, that is boosted up a little bit.
This pair of anonymous donors walked into a medical center in Pratt, Kansas, and paid off $95,000 worth of medical bills.
I'm sorry. For a moment, I thought you said $95,000.
$95,000. Watch this.
Man.
Act of kindness felt by hundreds. A pair of anonymous donors have paid off thousands of dollars worth of medical bills in Pratt.
KSN's Jessica Watson spoke to one recipient about what this means to her. It's new at 6.
For more than 400 patients at Pratt Medical Center, good news came in the mail.
Britt Aller is a mail carrier in Pratt. She says she noticed something different in the mail she was delivering on Tuesday.
I kept seeing this red thing on the top of the letter saying, this is not a bill, open immediately and keep for records. And I just thought, man, I hope these people read this.
To her surprise, when she got home, the same letter had been delivered to her house.
As I searched further through the letter, it said, you have been chosen by an anonymous donor and we have paid off your hospital bills.
$250 of her medical bills were paid off. She wasn't alone. Pratt Regional Medical Center says they were able to pay off 430 families' bills thanks to 2 donors.
The majority of the donation came from one donor, but both of the gifts together were $95,000 to help to help people here in need at Pratt Regional Medical Center.
In all, $95,000 went to cover patients' bills of $300 or less.
Especially right now during the pandemic. You know, I have kids in school. Anytime they come in possible contact, my husband or I have to take non-paid leave. So that definitely goes a long way.
Charity starts from the heart, and this donor must have an enormously large heart.
Finance officials at Pratt Regional Medical Center say they hope this act of kindness goes a long way. Jessica Watson, KSN News 3.
We were talking about putting some donors over the others and how I was trying not to do that.
Sure.
That reporter said, yeah, most of it came from one person. But then the other threw in like $20.
They threw in a couple bucks here and a couple shekels.
I thought he could have stepped up a little more myself.
What was that? That was Pratt? You said Pratt, Kansas?
Yeah.
Hey, what's up? What's up, Kevin?
No.
It's me, Spencer. Spencer Pratt. What's up, buddy?
I haven't thought about the name Spencer Pratt in
10 minutes, probably.
10 years.
Because, you know, I am the CEO of Tesla. I also invented vaccines. That's why they named that medical center after me. Just balling it up. You know what I'm saying? 3 Bs, Bentley, Benz, Beamer. Sick.
I'm so happy not to have heard from you for a while.
Yeah, I, you know, you can play that little game, but I know secretly, deep down, you're thinking about me all the time, especially when you do your meditation of like how I can modify my life to be the ideal supreme man. And you're looking at him right here, sick. Von Dutch, Ed Hardy, Affliction.
It was really good to catch up with you. Thanks, man.
Sick. I saw him at the supermarket the other day.
You did?
I did. And I'm like, do I go up and say something to Spencer Pratt? And so I do. I go, hey, dude. He goes, hey. And I'm like, my name's Mike. We've met before. He goes, yeah, oh yeah? And he was very cool. I go, yeah, I used to be on the Kevin and Bean show. I used to do an impression of you. And he, to his credit, goes, oh, that's awesome, man. That's it. And we just started chit-chatting, and he seems like he's kind of turned his whole life around. He's very humble and self-deprecating.
I can't accept that.
I know, but it seems to be true.
All right.
Seems to be true.
I have a question for the staff out there. Can we do the cat story here? Yeah. Yes, let's do the cat story.
Cats the musical?
No, I wish. In Southern California, when we have wildfires and they burn all the brush and trees and everything else, and then when it rains, all of that stuff that holds back the mud is not there.
No.
And there are huge mudslides, like mudslides that devour houses.
Right. I think if you live anywhere else and you have this idea of mudslides, you know, that's not what we're talking about.
It comes up to your shin, is what you think.
We're talking about your home gets wiped away in a tsunami of mud.
Yes.
Yeah.
In 2018, 22 people were killed trying to escape before their houses were destroyed by a fast-moving mudslide. And they had a cat, and they didn't know where the cat was.
Oh.
And they, by the way, cats. I mean, come on.
They're beautiful.
It's a cat. I mean, really.
Yeah. Well, listen, if we're doing
that cat is judging me right now.
Well, that's the truth. I'm not a cat hater. I prefer dogs, but I will say this: if cats got some weird Spider-Man radiation and they grew 400%, they'd kill all of us.
Yes, agreed.
You understand? Like it would be Planet of the Cats instead of Planet of the Apes.
Agreed.
They are constantly thinking of how they can destroy us all. Dogs, genuinely, I think if they grew to be like elephant size, they'd be like, okay, can I sniff your butt? Can I get some steak? You know, like, I think dogs. That's my positive for the cats and dogs. You know, go ahead.
They just assumed in this fire that the cat went to,
cat heaven,
mean animal heaven.
Yes,
judgmental animal heaven. This New Year's Eve, the cat made it back.
What?
To the house. They had given up because 2018. They just thought, well, there's no. They had given up. It showed up at the animal. Somebody found it, and they took it to an animal shelter. Let's look at that picture.
Oh my God!
That cat is still alive after 3 years, and look at his eyes. He's going to kill that guy.
That cat. I don't care if you're the biggest cat person in the world. Look at that picture. That cat is clearly saying, fuck you. Fuck you, dude.
Thanks to a microchip registered to the owners, they were able to track him down and they had a great reunion on New Year's Eve.
You gotta think it's if you're the owners, you're thinking this is a prank.
I'm thinking
You're like, what is?
I'm
what?
thinking I moved and I didn't tell the cat.
Yeah.
So how did it find me?
Yeah.
They had to move, let's be honest.
Yeah. I mean, they didn't have a house.
Show the next picture. This is the cat destroying that man. He's going for the jugular. Am I right?
Oh, yeah. He's like, if only I was stronger, I would rip your jugular right out.
Oh, I think he's giving it a try. Like he's already sized him up in the last picture.
Oh, my God.
And now he knows exactly the angle that he's going to have to take to put that man down.
I think all animals, though, horses and dogs, I think are our boys. They got outside of that. I'm pretty sure all animals would kill us if they could.
You think so?
Yeah.
Well, I know cats would. I know
Cats
that.
for sure would. All cats, all form of feline, all the way from like puma to
agreed.
this fucker. They all want us dead. But that is a beautiful story.
The owner said having Patches show up just before the 3-year anniversary of her mother's passing felt like a message from heaven. I think it just warms the heart a bit. I know my mom would be really happy.
Message from hell, but
this cat got back after 3 years, and they said it warms the heart a bit. A little.
No, it completely revolutionizes the way I look at life.
It was kind of cool.
It doesn't warm my heart a little bit.
That's a strange comment to me, too. All right.
It warms my heart a bit.
So cats are, I'm sorry, not good. Cats are bad and evil.
Yeah.
Dogs. I'd like to show you a quick video.
Yes.
Of a dog, and this is why I love dogs.
Yes.
My happy guy. Oh, just a happy guy. Oh, just a look at that, the happy dog. My happy guy. Oh, just a happy guy. Oh,
Look
just
at that dog.
The happy dog. My happy guy. Oh, just a happy guy. Oh, just a look at that, the happy.
All right, hold the video for 1 second. You think the cat would do the happy dance?
No!
The cat's not doing the happy dance.
You're a happy cat. Now go.
Play the video some more. Play the video some more.
My happy.
Come on.
Guy. Oh, just a happy guy. Oh, just a look at that, the happy dog. My happy guy. Oh, just a happy guy.
That's
oh,
beautiful.
Look at that, the happy.
And I'm happy that the cat found its way back. All right, we're good. We're good. And I'm happy that the cat found her way back to the owners after 3 years. That's an amazing story.
It is. It's nice. It's beautiful. That is the green light for you who are technically savvy in video editing to put together that dog with like some type of like death metal or like deep
house music. Yeah.
Because I love those where you see like the televangelists who do the and it's like play. They have like Slayer to it, and I love
Happy
that
Dog
stuff.
remix.
Happy Dog remix. We were talking a little bit about people who do things anonymously and how special it can be. This story, again, a warning. I cried pulling this story, so if you are prone to crying, you may want to go in private if you're embarrassed, because this one was so heartwarming. There is an elderly woman that is working at McDonald's far beyond the age when she should, because frankly, look, her and her husband, they struggle. They don't
Is
have
it
a lot of money.
the pandemic?
Just in general. Even prior to this, they didn't have a lot of retirement money, if any at all, and Social Security wasn't what it was supposed to be for them. They just didn't have the ability to retire. So not only does this woman work at McDonald's, and she's like a senior citizen, but she and her husband deliver papers every morning at like 4:35 in the morning. And
I used to do that until I threw a newspaper through a window, broke the window, landed inside the house. I was like, peace out.
Why'd you throw it that hard?
I didn't realize that I had thrown it that hard. I was just cold, and I was riding my bike, and I was just flinging papers, and I heard the whole glass. And I got fired.
How fast did you ride away when you hear the...
Oh, I rode away so fast. I'm not going back there and going, yeah, sorry about your window. I don't have the money to pay for this window. I'm really sorry about that. Okay, sorry. So the woman and the man both
her
are
and her
delivering-
husband are delivering papers every morning, and then after that she goes and works at McDonald's as like a cashier, like something like a teenager does as a starter job and stuff. And she's become well known in the community because she's so sweet and she's this nice old lady. And someone who is a customer who refused to be named decided that out of the kindness of their heart, they wanted to do something for them this holiday season. Check it out.
Merry Christmas, everybody. I'm Nate Eaton, and we are outside the McDonald's in Idaho Falls on Yellowstone Highway. I want to tell you about Diana. She's an employee here at the McDonald's, and she and her husband also wake up every morning and they deliver 150 newspapers. She then comes here and she's hoping to retire within the next 2 years. Now, both Diana and her husband, Cameron, are in their 60s. Cameron has had a lot of health issues. He's on disability. Also, Diana sometimes suffers from poor health, but she's doing the best she can to make it through the day. Now, they have a vehicle, a van that has almost 240,000 miles on it. And they've had to replace so many things, but it just keeps breaking down. Well, a local Secret Santa who lives here in our community said, I want you to go to McDonald's and I want you to surprise Diana with this car. So she's working right now. Not only is she going to drive home in this car today, Secret Santa also bought her $5,000 in gas cards, and he has a $1,000 check for her, which she can use to pay the registration on this and get a start to her holiday shopping. So let's head in and surprise her.
Wow.
Hello, are you Diana?
Yes.
I'm Nate with East Idaho
And we
News.
met before. It was about 3 years ago.
That's right, I remember you. Here, we can step out here. How's your day going?
Very nice.
Almost off, right, at 2:30?
Oh, somewhere like that.
Yeah. Well, hey-
Generally, it's 2:30 or whenever the drive-through lane goes away.
Well, you have a lot of people in the drive-through today.
We are doing really well.
It's so nice seeing you again. Are you feeling better?
Yes, yes.
Good.
I'm doing all right.
Well,
I've had friends about my age who were down with the stuff for 3-4 weeks, and I'm coming back.
You've come back and you look great. Well, a Secret Santa who lives here in Idaho Falls asked if I would bring you this present today.
Oh, my.
So it's not even Thanksgiving yet, but we want to see you open it and give you an early Christmas gift.
I know you all are busy doing this all year round, basically.
We try to make people's days a little better, and today it's your day.
Oh, thank you.
So let me give you this present and you can open it up.
Oh my goodness, quite a stack of something. Oh, I've seen this on your videos before. And a lot of Maverick.
So there's $500 on each of those cards. That's $5,000 of gas cards. And
Which is pretty amazing.
And a $1,000 check for you.
Wow.
I also have one more thing for you, but I left it outside.
Oh my goodness.
In fact, this
My
might give
daughter-
you a hint.
My daughter and I just watched a video last week about the custodian in an elementary school.
Well, we're at McDonald's today. We're not at an elementary school, and that
No.
car is for you.
Wow. Wow.
Can we show it to you?
Sure.
Let's go outside and we'll show you.
Sure.
Now, you deliver papers before work, don't you?
Yes, yes.
You see that red SUV right there?
Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness.
Here, come and get in the driver's seat. Your van has a lot of miles on it, doesn't it?
Yes, it does.
How many miles? Any idea?
Oh, about 210.
So here's what you got to do. Push that button,
Uh-huh.
and the key will pop out, and this unlocks it.
Oh my, your car key's smarter than me.
There you go.
Oh my goodness.
Just turn it. There you go.
Hey, give her a second, reporter.
Seriously.
Oh my goodness. Ice possible.
That'll give you all sorts of cautions. If it's cold, you can sync your phone to it.
Oh my goodness. Wow.
Merry Christmas, Diana.
Oh, and tell the Secret Santa. Thank you ever so much.
Absolutely.
And
And
this
then you
goes
just push
here.
that. Yep. Just
This.
hold it, and then it goes right.
Like a pocket knife.
Yep.
I think I can figure that out.
So there you go.
I love her. She's a little bit too much of a groupie for the reporter.
She was. I watch your videos. Me and my granddaughter. We've met before. I stalked you at your house. In the bushes at your house. Yeah.
You know what's beautiful about her is that she delivers papers and she works at McDonald's, and there was no complaining. She was happy to be working there.
Got to do what you got to do.
Love that. You got to do what you got to do. But a lot of people complain while they have to do the unpleasant thing, and she didn't.
She didn't, and I think that that's why it was so touching for me to see that, because look, I mean, how many millions of us struggle and don't know how we're going to pay the bills, but to see someone who was just, like you said, not going to get up and gripe about it. I may be in my late 60s. I look like I'm 85, but I have health problems, the whole thing. But I'm going to get up in the frigid cold. I mean, she's delivering papers in East Idaho
at 4 a.m.
You know what East Idaho is probably like in December at 5 a.m.? It's fucking cold. So yeah, and she just keeps on grinding. So the fact that someone did that for her, and then again anonymously, didn't want any
That's amazing
about it. Yeah,
that's amazing, and that's great news. Should we do the outro?
Yeah.
You ready?
Yeah.
Are you going to do the reggae or going to go back to the original?
Whatever you like, brother.
Let's do reggae. Let's stick with reggae today.
Steven Seagal through the window. I got screws in my face. Intro! It's the intro! We said goodbye to the unhappy, hello to the happy stuff, and I'm from Kingston. Got dreadlocks coming out me head. My wife is a bitch, but it's okay, cause she's got the fat ass big news. Blood clot, screw face, made I kind to 2021.
If you like this podcast, please subscribe and tell your friends, and thank you for watching.
Yeah. Kevin and Mike are here to give you great news.
Nice.